For the week of January 2nd to the 8th, 2017. Happy New Year to all! After the final crescendo and completion to a profoundly transformational year, and 9-year cycle, we're standing at the threshold of a brand new world. Our willingness to dive deep, to confront and let go of the habitual attachments to our old ways of operating in the world, have wiped the slate clean, and prepared us for a new beginning. This is the moment to usher in the unknown, to welcome the unprecedented, and to allow space for the highest vision and wildest dreams to manifest. We can't know where we're going because we've never been there before, not like this. Everything has changed. We are evolving towards unified liberation and freedom as our choices become more and more refined, from the heart. Love is all there is. When we live from the heart, we move in resonance with universal truth, which delivers cosmic law, restores divine order on our planet, and untangles the karmic threads of illusion. Living from the heart doesn't mean we ignore the events and circumstances that appear chaotic and disruptive in our world. We can use those events to open our hearts even more to compassion, allowing our inner landscape of love and grace to shine brightly as medicine for the planet. Everything that occurs in our space is an opportunity to expand our own heart's capacity to experience and generate love. Our hearts are the universal conduits for magic and beauty, and anything is possible when we honor that sacred transformational and alchemical vessel. The vibrational frequency of universal love is the most powerful force of energy available to us in the cosmos. And since our hearts have the capacity to generate love from any experience, then our hearts contain infinite potential to alter the universe. Our conscious commitment to refining our hearts is the key to transforming our reality. Nothing is more important than the health of our hearts. When we don't tend to our own hearts, when we ignore ourselves in exchange for pursuing outer distractions or dramas, our hearts begin to shut down, close up, and eventually stop. The rhythm and pulse that each heartbeat creates is the music that dances our spirit through this incarnation. It animates the physical body with movement, passion, soul, and love. When we lose that rhythm, we lose ourselves, and lose our sense of home. In this physical incarnation, our physical home is connected to our relationship with our physical body. When our heart stops beating, we leave this physical realm. It's important to tune in and listen to what moves our own hearts. Knowing and feeling what inspires us is equally as important as tuning into what disconnects us from our own music and passion for self and home. This is the year for returning home to ourselves, and as we do, we return to a higher vibration of collective love on the planet. The great awakening shift that's occurring on the planet right now is the reunification within our own hearts, and our commitment to honoring, loving, and caring deeply for ourselves, unconditionally. As we do, we confront all of the patterns and experiences that have ever created the need to disconnect out of survival or fear. We know now that there's nothing to fear, and that the old fear-based reactionary patterns of disconnecting from ourselves are the very patterns that have created the cycle of recurring karma, which has blocked us from manifesting our vision. Our most important work right now is to be deeply present with ourselves and mindfully observe any tendency to vacate or shut down our hearts, while opening and expanding into our new commitment to unconditional self-love, which is the Aquarian theme in cosmic consciousness. The practice of unconditional self-love is the awakening of divine love and humanity's evolution. As the Great Awakener planets are stationing, Uranus stationed direct last week and Eris will next week, our relationship with the disruptive energy is shifting. We are now beginning to awaken to our potential and the potential in all things, events, and people. When we receive each moment with an open pure heart and an unconditional willingness to be the catalyst and transformational agent, we expand our potential to generate divine love on the planet. Every moment is alchemy, and there is nothing too dense or heavy to be transmuted by love. The more we love ourselves, the more committed we are to elevating the vibrational environment around us. It matters, and we know we have the power to do so. It's not an obligation that takes our focus away from ourselves, it's an act of self-love and conscious service. The week begins on Monday with some very interesting and high-frequency aspects. Venus and Kawawa are in a resource together at 29 Aquarius and 29 Sagittarius respectively. In cosmic consciousness, 29 degrees of any sign is the opportunity for mastery, wisdom, and wholeness of that sign's archetype. Venus represents the heart and emotional body, and 29 Aquarius represents the wholeness of the archetype that awakens consciousness to unconditional love, where self-love is divine love. And Kawawa is the archetype that connects our paradigm to the infinite realm where anything is possible. 29 Sagittarius is the highest victory that seeks the truth and clears the decks of all distractions, limiting beliefs, and karmic drama. This is a very important resource that supports us in the final upgrade and redesign of our new collective paradigm shift. Also, Venus is in a great eliminator with Varuna, which gives the heart access to the highest realms of vision and truth as we navigate choices, and choose from the heart. Options that may have appeared hidden in our blind spot are suddenly revealed, giving us access to greater clarity. On Tuesday, Venus enters Pisces at 0 degrees Pisces, the degree of purity. Our hearts enter the Fool's territory, which is the most magical and fortuitous place to be. Wide open, trusting, and free, our hearts have the capacity to access the infinite realm of unlimited possibility and uninhibited expression of love. If there is nothing to fear, how much love can we allow to express with freedom, playfulness, innocence, and endearing devotion? The Fool's heart is childlike, pure, and untethered. This is the magic of a heart calibrated to Christ consciousness, the Pisces realm. Venus then forms a resource with Mercury, unifying heart and mind, at the world axis, for a beautiful calibration, that once again grounds and integrates our new operating system into the purest heart. Mercury is in his final days of retrograde cycle, and the upgrade is almost complete. On Wednesday, Mercury retrogrades back into Sagittarius, for a final sweeping and clearing of any old attachments or threads of karmic energy, like a victory lap of truth, as he conjoins with Kawawa in a new cycle. This is the new paradigm shift taking root and starting a brand new chapter, from the highest point of clarity, wisdom, and truth, right on the galactic center. Thursday is a Venus-Pallas conjunction, starting a new cycle of powerful wisdom motivating and driving the heart, as Venus then moves into a great eliminator with Maki on Friday. That powerful wisdom guides the heart in making a choice in alignment with higher divine law, right timing, and right action. On Saturday, the Sun and Pluto conjoin in a new cycle at 17 Capricorn, activating the upcoming Mercury-Pluto conjunction, on January 29. Our consciousness is already being resurrected and elevated, ready to support the integration process of this massive new shift and rebirth of our whole operating system. Life will never be the same, and we're ready for the road ahead. We've known this shift was coming for quite some time, and now it's finally manifesting. On the same day, Venus conjoins with the South Node, Earth Star Chakra, and our pure awakened hearts start a new cycle in relationship with our ancestral lineage and karmic story. As we return home to the purity of our own hearts, and commit to unconditionally loving ourselves, we can then reconnect with our past story and create a new relationship with our roots. When we open our hearts to our past, we open the door for a brand new future. When we return home to our roots with a pure heart, all that we see is transmuted with love, and what was once heavy and dense is now the divine expression of unconditional love. There's nothing to run from or disconnect from anymore. We are home, we are whole, and we are love. As we love our roots, we transcend the karmic density of the earth. This is the resurrection of the earth and the liberation from suffering. On Sunday, January 8, Mercury goes direct at the galactic center at 28 Sagittarius. This is such a big day. Our operating system has synced up with our new world paradigm, and it's time to move forward and integrate. The next few weeks are implementing the new upgrades, working out the kinks, and navigating the practical application through each and every moment with mindfulness, equanimity, and compassion. On January 29, Mercury conjoins with Pluto in a new cycle, and we will begin to see ourselves and the world born anew through the lens of our new paradigm. The practice this week is to tend to your heart, whatever it takes. No matter what is occurring in the world around you, keep your undivided attention in your own heart, and observe the patterns and reactions. Anything that creates a knee-jerk reaction to disconnect, shut down or avoid, is an opportunity for transformation to the new upgraded operating system. This is the time to mindfully clear the old roots and karmic loops that have separated you from you, and it's time to return home to the truth of your heart, settle in, plant roots, and nourish your capacity to receive and give love from that space. Nothing is more important now. This week is about the current health of your heart, which is the most precious asset we each contain in this lifetime. Tune in, get connected, and commit to a new daily practice of self-care. It's the most important practice that will absolutely transform the world. Quote, by Rumi, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it.